name is Tim. My nickname is Rev, not because I'm preachy, but because I'm a whole lot of ADHD. Yeah, Rev as in revved up, RPM. Anyway, I'm up here near Seattle, Washington. Recently I was catching up on Basic Brewing Radio podcasts, and I heard the episode where James interviewed S.J. Poor, and they talked a bit about Homebrew Wednesday on YouTube. It sounded kind of cool, so I checked it out, and I thought I might give it a try and jump on the bandwagon. Tonight, I'm going to culture up some yeast from bottle dregs. I got a couple of bottles of Ommegang, or bottle-conditioned beer here. I've got some Fleur de Houblon, which is kind of a hoppy pale ale from brewery Ommegang in Cooperstown, New York. They're affiliated with Duvel Mortgart, which is a Belgian brewery. I've read that they bottle condition with their house yeast. I really like their Belgio-American ales. You know, I like everything in their lineup, so I thought I might try and culture up some of that yeast and see what I can brew with it. So again, what I'm using to do this, I've got some starter wort here, about 250 milliliters of starter wort, which is cooled and ready to go. I got a couple bottles. I already drank this one, but I put some sanitized foil on the top. Dregs are in there. Got my bottle I'm going to decant here, a glass. I've got a sanitized funnel ready to roll, and a piece of sanitized foil to put over the bottle right after I pour this off. All right. So in order to get things started, you got to start by making your starter wort. I just follow the regular guidelines: 1:10 ratio of dry malt extract to your water. I made about 250 mils. I'm going to put about 125 milliliters in each one of these bottles. So 250 milliliters of wort. I use 25 grams of dry malt extract. I also add yeast nutrients. So you boil that up. I boil for about 10 minutes, not because you have to, but I'm just out of habit. That's what I boil for. Cooled it down. Put it into this sanitized graduated cylinder. Get all your things together. Once the wort is cool, you're ready to go on trying to culture up those dregs. So, open up the bottle. Don't drink out of the bottle, obviously. Probably don't have to say that because you don't want anything else growing in there. When you pour your beer, you're going to decant it carefully because you want the dregs, you want that bottle conditioning yeast to stay in the bottle. If you're going to try and grow up the yeast in a different container other than the bottle, like I said, I'm gonna culture it right up in the bottles. But if you were going to culture it up in something other than the bottle, you want to leave enough of that beer in there that you can swirl the yeast out pretty easily. Sláinte. I'm not going to waste your time by drinking that whole beer there, but drink your beer. Then you're ready to get your starter going. So, sanitized funnel. Again, I'm going to put about 125 milliliters in each one of these. I'm not sure what condition the yeast is in this bottle. I don't know how long these bottles sat on the store shelf or anything like that. That's part of why I'm starting with such a small amount. That's part of why I'm starting with only 125 milliliters. I know there's a lot more room in the bottle than it would hold a lot more than 125 milliliters of wort for the yeast starter. But again, I don't know the condition of the yeast. I don't know how tired it is or anything else. So I want to give it a good chance to get started. So I'm only putting about 125 milliliters. It's worked well for me in the past. 100 to 125 milliliters is enough to kind of get things going. It basically, fills about almost a third of the bottle. In a couple days, what I will do is, I'll keep giving these a shake every time I walk by them or whatever to make sure they're staying oxygenated while I'm growing this up. And then in a couple of days, when it looks like the wort has cleared and the yeast has flocked out of it, then I'll sanitize the lid. I'll use a lighter to torch the lip of the bottle. Have my next sanitized container, like a flask, whatever I'm going to build it up to. I'll put what is in these bottles into that, and I'll start growing up my starter. I'll keep growing it up until I have adequate pitching rate. So that's about it for my first Homebrew Wednesday. Actually, to be honest, this is actually my second attempt at Homebrew Wednesday. My first attempt, I was shooting out in the garden. I wanted to do a video about maintaining and dividing up hops, but I got about 90% of the way done and never wrapped it up. I mentioned a few things in the video that I was going to do at the end of the video, and I never got around to shooting that footage, so I kind of bailed on it. Lost the momentum, wheels fell off the bus. But anyway, my first official Homebrew Wednesday. I hope that you enjoyed the video. I hope somebody finds it useful, at least fun to watch, to see what other people are up to in their homebrewing. Until next time, from the Brew Garage, sláinte. Drink well, my friends.